Booktube, welcome back to Poetry Thursday, and I decided to randomly match blue with my book, of course. But I thought we'll go back to an old favorite for this Poetry Thursday because I haven't read a Henry Lawson work in so long. I used to do it almost every day on my channel, if you remember. But I thought I would bring it back, at least for Poetry Thursday, because his poems can be a bit long, of course. But this is one of my favorites. It's very lovely. This is Ballad of the Drover. So here it is. Across the stony ridges, across the rolling plain, young Henry Dale the drover comes riding home again. And well, his stock horse bears him, the light of his heart is he. The stouty of his old pack horse is trotting by his knee. Up Queensland way with cattle, he's travelled regions vast, and many months have vanished since home folk saw him last. He hums a song of someone he hopes to marry soon, and chains and campwear keep jingling to the tune. Beyond the hazy dado, against the lower skies, beyond blue line of ranges, the station's homestead lies. The thriver ward and drove, I can't say that word, and jogs through the lazy noon, while hobble chains and campwear are jingling to a tune. An hour has filled the heavens with storm clouds, ink and black. At times the lightning tickles around the Dover's track. But Harry pushes onwards, his horse's strength he tries, in hope to reach the river before the flood shall rise. The thunder pealing over him goes rumbled down the plain, and sweet on thirsty pastures beats fast the plashing rain. Then every creek and gully sent forth its tribute flood. The river runs a banker and all stained with yellow mud. Now Harry speaks to Rover, the best dog on the plains, and to his hardy horses, and strokes their shaggy manes. We've breasted bigger rivers, the floods were at their height, nor shall the gutter stop us from getting home tonight. The thunder growls a warning, the blue forked lightning gleams, and as the drover turns his horses to swim the fatal stream. But oh, the flood runs stronger than ever has rained before, the saddle horse is falling, and only halfway over. When flashes next the lightning, the flood's grey breast is blank. The cattle dog and the pack horse are struggling up the bank. But in lonely homestead the girl shall wait in vain. He'll never pass the stations in the change of stock again. The faithful dog a moment lies panting on the bank, then plunges through the current to where his master sank, and round around in circles he fights the failing strength, till grippled by wilder waters he falls and sinks at length. Across the flooded landowners and slopes of sudden loam, the pack horse struggles bravely to dump the tidings home, and the mud-stained, wet and weary, he goes by rock and tree, where clanging chains and tinware all sounding eerily. And that is a bit of Henry Lawson. I love his rhyme schemes; they're so fun. And also a bit bleak too. Again, I've talked about Henry Lawson so much on this channel. Go back and watch my old read alouds and all that stuff because he's just so fun. And I love rhyming. You'll notice with a lot of early Australian poetry, even just like the bigger ones from the 1800s, everyone loved rhyming. Rhymes were, were everywhere, and I feel like if you don't like rhymes in your verse and poetry, you're not really gonna like Australian poetry because it's everywhere. But I love it, and yeah, go read some Henry Lawson because he is so fun. Especially you, Josh. Go read him. I'm watching, and yeah, thank you so much for listening, BookTube, and I will see you next time.